Thank you. We are live. I see you all. We are back to today's conversation. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, today we are going to be discussing parenting with insight, not instinct. Parenting with insight and not instinct. Okay, not parenting with how it's just doing you, just doing you. The word we are just. That is not our aim on our focus on this platform. Okay, so today's conversation we are talking about parenting with insight and not parenting with from instinct. Okay, hello amazing parents, you are all welcome back to today's we started a series, an 8-week series 2 weeks ago, but last week I had my bag stolen with my phone in it, so I couldn't come because I had to wait for some hours to get back my line. So but today we are going to continue on our week 2 of this discussion. Okay, so you're welcome back to today's conversation. Welcome back. Raising through grace, not tough love. Okay, and today we are going to be diving into a very powerful shift: parenting with insight, not instinct. Parenting with insight, not instinct. Okay, we're going to be discussing about parenting with insight and not instinct. All right, so today, this is where we stop reacting and now start understanding. We stop reacting and start understanding your child, understanding the behavior, understanding what is behind the behavior. So this is where insights come in. This is where instincts stop. Okay, from just responding. Come on, will you shut up? Come on. So those are all instincts. So today we are going to be seeing how we start parenting with insight. Parenting with insight. Thank you for coming. Thank you. I see you all. Okay. Parenting with insight. You are parenting from instinct. All right. So now I'd like to know where you are watching me from. I can see you all. I'd like to know where you are watching me from. Thank you for being here. So today we are going to be seeing, today's class is supposed to be a short one. So we are going to be seeing the meaning of the term. Okay. So what is instinct? Instinct is reacting based on how you feel. Okay. How you were raised. Never reflecting, just reacting. You've never ever stopped to say, why am I always hitting this child? Why am I always triggered? Why am I always feeling bad when this child comes close to me, when they are trying to hug me? So that's instinct. You never reflect. You're just going, you're just hitting, you're just moving. So those are instinct. Those are instinct, and that is not a place you want to be right now. Okay, so today we want to tell you how you can shift from instinct to insight. Okay, how you can shift from instinct to insight. So that is parenting from instinct. Now, insight is responding based on understanding, based on understanding your child's world. That is insight. Responding, okay, this child, why is she acting this way now? Why is she somebody that, why is she somebody that normally she would like to mop the house, but today she says she doesn't want to mop the house. Why is it this way? So that is parenting from insight. This is a child that normally likes to mop the house, likes to wash, but today she's telling you that, mommy, I want to sleep. Mommy, I want to go and rest. So that is you parenting from understanding. Okay? So today that's our conversation. How we can shift from parenting from just instinct. How can you tell me that? You dare not tell your mother that I am your mother, I am your father. You dare not say that. So but now we want to see how you can shift back, to reflect, okay, to understand why this is happening. Okay, so understanding your child's world. So instinct is automatic, insight is intentional. Instinct is automatic. You don't reflect. You just, before you know, you have landed the child a very big slap. You have carried thermo stick. You have hit the child on the head. So that is all instinct. But insight is intentional. You stop to reflect. Okay, why is this child behaving this way? Why? Okay, this is a child that is normally, the child is careful, but you heard that, oh, your child fought in school. Your child did this in school. Insight will tell you to step back. Okay, to step back and understand your child. That is what instinct will not allow you to. You just be automatically moving. They are always on the move. Okay, you're always on the move and magwangwa. So that is instinct. But insight tells you to step back and understand your child's word. Understand why this child is behaving that way. Okay. Thank you all for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much. I would like to know where you are watching me from. Today's conversation is parenting from insight instead of parenting from instinct. Okay, parenting instead of parenting from how you were raised. Most of us, many of us claim, okay, we're parented very well, but we cannot still translate those very well parenting into our own lives. So today's, we are in this platform. What we do here, we teach you how to translate that, how to parent, okay, how to parent with calm, with peace, with wisdom, with insight. Okay, so today's conversation, I would like to know where you are watching me from. I see you all. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you so much. So you cannot parent with 19th century method in today's 21st century method. You cannot continue it. Okay, so I remember a mother that told me that her sons always talk back at her. So we sat down to analyze what was really the case, what was really the matter. And at the end of the day, we found out that it was just a defense method. She was always screaming at the boy, and this boy the day that he decided to talk back at her, she said the boy is rude. He's rude. She's going to lash out. She's going to do this to him. So yes, hello. Yeah, thank you for being here. I would like to know where you are watching me from. Thank you so much for being here. So our children, when you say, oh, the child is, my son is rude, my daughter is rude, she talks back at me. Meanwhile, what do you do that makes your child, hello, thank you all for being here. So meanwhile, what do you do to your child that makes you think that they are rude, that makes you feel that the child is rude? So that is parenting from instinct, but insight to make you to step back and say, okay, why is my child? To listen, okay, to listen to your child, to know why the child is behaving that way. Okay, that boy was only reacting, he was only trying to defend himself. The mother is always screaming, always shouting at him, but he said, oh, I need to. She was fed up and said, okay, now I need help. And she came and I told her, what is the problem? Okay, and she said we found out that she's always screaming at her son, which is not a good thing. And the boy talked back at her and she said the boy was rude. I said the boy was rude. Okay, so today we are going to see behaviors. Okay, so insight opens your eyes to the real issue. Insight opens your eyes to the real issue. Meanwhile, instinct makes you judge. Okay, it makes you judge the child prematurely. Maybe the child. Okay, there was something that even happened. Okay, last week my bag was stolen, so everybody knew that. So there was a child in my class. So I was teaching, and she just stood up with so much passion. So I said, "What is it? Sit down." She said then that she wants to ask me if that black bag is mine. So and so much I felt so warm by that, because that means she's still worried by what happened the previous night. They're all worried about my bag, my missing bag. So she was just scanning around the class to see that it was to find out if that was my missing bag. So most times we just judge these children prematurely. We don't give them. If we don't give them the room to express themselves, so those are all instincts. If I had not given that child, if I had not gone further to find out why she was interrupting my class, okay, why she was interrupting, I would just conclude that she's just a noisy girl. But I later found out she was really concerned about my missing bag. She just said that she was asking me if the bag that was close to me was my missing bag. So most times instinct make us to just judge prematurely. In fact, not even most, every time we judge the child prematurely. We never give room to know who this child is. Okay? So behavior is communication. Behavior is communication. That your child behavior, they are trying to tell you something. Okay? Good afternoon, ma. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. I see you all. I would like to know where you are watching me from. Thank you all so much for being here. So behavior, when your child, that behavior that is triggering you, that behavior that you're irritated by, it is communication. That child is trying to communicate a point to you. They are trying to tell you something, but because you just feel that your child should be like a doll, just sit down, just keep quiet, don't say anything. Their behavior is communication. Your child will communicate. They are humans. They have all the emotions. They are a growing human being. Okay, so their behavior is communication. Children speak through behavior, whether it's a tantrum, whether it's lying, okay, whether it's lying, whether it's silence, I'm talking to you and you're quiet, whether it's aggression, or whether it's clinginess, or whatever it is. These all can be a different reaction from different things. Okay, it can be overwhelming. Okay, so it can be anything. It can be because of fear. It can be as a result of fear. It can be as a result of lack of skills. They don't know how to express themselves. They don't know how, they can be insecure. They may be fearful that, okay, that's why they lied to you. But you just say, oh, you lied to me. You are a liar. You call your children liars. You call your children thieves. You call them, you are stubborn. You label your children. All those things are parenting from instinct. And today we dare to stop all of that today and start parenting from inside. Okay, and start parenting from inside. Okay, so lack of skills, lack of being insecure, being fearful can make a child throw tantrum, can make a child behave in a way that is a communication. Okay, those behaviors are communication. But when we are just going with instinct, we just say, come on, shut up. You just hit the child or you just yell at the child. All those are communication the child is trying to tell you. Okay, so now which behavior is your child? So which behavior in your child do you struggle to understand? Which behavior in your child do you struggle to understand? I've just told you now that lying could be as a result of insecurity. They can be just struggling. They don't understand. They don't even know how to express themselves. There's a lot of emotions. Overwhelmed. They are overwhelmed. They don't even know how to. They have this. They have not been through. You have not taught them how to. You have not gone through a session with them to teach them how to express themselves, emotional expression. But you just parent from instinct. Okay, all of that is not healthy. Yeah, thank you so much, ma. Thank you. I see you, Abuja. Bye. I'm going, ma. I will come back later. Yes, I would expect you. Please, when you come back, share this link with your friends, with your family. Share the link with other parents that would need this truth, that will need this truth to start parenting from insight and start parenting from instinct and start parenting with insight. Okay, so now insight gives you options. Insight gives you option, but instinct, you don't think. When you are parenting with instinct, you are not thinking. You just want to hit the child. You just want to shut the child up. So that's parenting from instinct. Okay, parenting from instinct, which is not a good place to be as parents. Which is not a good place to be as parents. So we don't parent from instincts. We parent with insight. When we parent from insight, we become wise parents. We become, that's graceful parenting. That's graceful parenting. Sorry, let me quickly attend to something. I'll be right back. You can help me to Ebere, you can help me. So that's parenting from instinct. Okay, and that's not a place we want to be today. We want to parent from insight. We want to parent with wisdom. We want to parent from grace. Okay, we want to parent from grace. Okay, so graceful parenting. Graceful parenting, as like I mentioned the last Saturday, it is not permissive parenting. Okay, instead of saying you are stubborn, but insightful parent says what are you trying to communicate? Okay, what skill is lacking now? What skill is lacking here? Okay, what skill is missing here? What do you need to behave better next time? So those are the things that insights will help you to understand. Welcome back. So those are all the things that insights will make you to reflect on. But when you are parenting with instinct, you are not thinking. So come on, shut up. How dare you? You don't in my days, all these children of nowadays, in my own days, you dare not you dare not talk back at your parents. So all those things are instinct, and we cannot continue that. We cannot continue that. We have to stop and start parenting from insight. Insight is a place of wisdom. It's a place of understanding your child. It's a place parenting from a place of understanding who your child is. Okay? Now, this is the heart of today's conversation. I'm going to give you four-step framework for insight-based responses when your child I told you that behavior is communication. So I'm going to give you four-step framework for responses instead of just reacting, instead of just shutting your child up, instead of just snapping to hit your child. Many of us say, oh, that these are just theory, that we cannot do it, that you must hit a child, you must yell. But I'm here to tell you today that it is not true. There are many people that are being intentional about their parenting, and you too can join us. Okay, that is why we are here. We are here to teach you how to do it. Okay, we are here to teach you how to do it. The first step you can take instead of parenting from instinct is to pause before reacting. Pause before reacting. That's the first step in my framework. I said I have 4-step framework for you. Pause before reacting. Regulate yourself. Regulate yourself. You cannot do intentional parenting without emotional regulation. You cannot do intentional parenting if you have not been able to work on your emotion. Okay, that's why you should stay with us on this platform. You should stay here on this platform, because we are going to be unveiling all of that as we go. Okay, and besides, I hope you are planning to be a part of Steward Tribals come April 1st next year. Okay, book your slots today. Book your slot today. You can spread your payment until the 31st of March next year. Okay, first step is to pause before reacting. Regulate yourself first. Regulate yourself first. Okay, pause before. Insight requires a calm adult brain. Insight requires a calm adult brain, but instinct will just tell you you will not even be able to pause. You cannot hold yourself. You cannot hold yourself. You will not be able to pause. But when you want to parent from insight, you pause before reacting. Regulate yourself. Put yourself together first. Okay? It requires a calm adult brain. So then secondly, see and observe before reacting. See, observe before reacting. See, observe before reacting. Ask, what triggered this behavior? What time of the day? Yes, that can also be a factor. What time of the day is it? What happened just before this? All this can be a factor in the behavior of your child. Okay? Children don't just act. Children don't just act. You say, they are manipulative. They are just looking for attention. She's just looking for attention. He's just looking for attention. They are all manipulative. Female children, male children, they are very, very manipulative. They are not, all those are not, they are not what you should be saying about your children. Okay? When your children behave, pause and regulate yourself. to find out why. Okay, what is causing this behavior? What is causing this misbehavior? Okay, so pause and find out, regulate yourself. And I said, number 2, see and observe before reacting. See and observe before reacting. Your child poured water, spilled water on the ground, poured juice away, say, go and get me juice. The child came and spilled the juice on the floor. You say, oh, you just get angry. Have I not told you before you land the boy a very good slap? Have I not told you to be very careful in this house? So all that is not what I am teaching here today. So you see your child, you observe before reacting, you observe before responding, not even reacting. You observe before responding. You respond as an adult. You respond as an adult. Okay? So you ask questions. You ask yourself questions. Then the third step in my framework is to understand, interpret the need. Ask one internal question. What is my child trying to communicate? What is my child trying to communicate? If you are patient enough, if you are patient in your relationship, you'll be able to find out. But when you're not patient, just be all over the place, you will not be able to. So give time, be patient in your parenting. Build, you have been saying, I say this always, build your patience capacity. Build your patience capacity. Okay? That's the only way you can do this insightful parenting. That's the only way you can do parenting with wisdom and grace. So pause, reflect, regulate yourself, understand why this is happening, see why this is happening. Then you before you ask yourself, why is my child trying? What is my child trying to communicate to me? What is my child trying to communicate to me? And the last step is to respond. Stop saying your child is manipulative. She's just trying to get my attention. Please ignore her. If she like, let her destroy everything in the house. She's on her own. When she finish, she'll pack them back. That is not parenting. Your child is communicating. Find out. Give time to your parenting. Okay? Stop saying you don't have time. What are you doing with your time? What are you doing with your time? So as I've said, number 1, the first step is to pause before reacting. Secondly, is to see and observe before responding. Then thirdly, understand, interpret the need. Ask yourself an internal question. What is my child trying to tell me by this behavior? What is my child trying to communicate by this behavior? And I said, lastly, you respond by either teaching or guiding. Okay? By either teaching or guiding. Avoid threatening. Avoid threatening your child. Don't say, oh, by the time I learn you, you tell me why I'm asking you questions and you're keeping quiet. How can I be asking in my own days that my mother cannot ask me questions and I'll be quiet? Come on, open your mouth and answer me. So that is not responding. So the fourth step framework I just said now is to respond by either teaching or guiding. Avoid threatening. Guide your children. Teach the missing skill. Okay? Teach the missing skill. It could be problem solving skill. Okay? It could be communication skill that they lack. It could be self-regulation. That is a teaching moment. That's a teachable moment for you. So embrace it and work on it. Stop saying you don't have time. Embrace that moment and work on it. Okay? So remember, insightful parenting doesn't excuse behavior, as I've said. Okay? It explains behavior so you can correct wisely. It explains behavior so you can correct wisely. So I would like to know today, our class is, so I would like to know which step of the framework will you intentionally practice this week. Instincts react, insights understand. So grace grows children. It's your grace that will grow your child. It's your grace. It's not your tough love. It's not your tough love. Let them be there now. Let them be there. All those things, they are no more tenable. You should think about the emotional need of your child. Okay? Let them be there now. Tough love. You are trying to practice tough love on a child. With that they did tough love for, didn't we survive it? With that they flog, didn't we survive it? So stop doing all of that, okay? Stop doing all of that. They are not healthy. You say, what should be the Bible said, discipline, or the Bible say rod, all those things that you say. Stop all of that, okay? Stop doing all of that. Instinct react, insight understand, and it is grace that grows your child. Many children just, many of us, many people just grow like physically, but internally we are struggling. We are struggling, and our children today, they cannot afford it. I told you people on this platform on Wednesday, during our Wednesday live class, of a teenage girl that was supposed to be going to school, that was found in a bus with a serving corps member and doing rubbish. So that child is confused. She's struggling. She's struggling. No wise child, no royal child will be thinking of that. No child that knows that she's the child of the king will be caught in doing that. So that's to show that when we don't give time to do graceful parenting, our children will struggle. Okay? Our children will struggle. So thank you all for being here. Thank you so much for being here. So we have come to the end of today's conversation. Join me next week in week 3 of our 8-week series. So I said we are going to, before last week, we couldn't come here. So, but we'll continue next week. We'll continue our conversation on the same topic, parenting with grace. Okay? Share this live stream with another parent. Share the live stream, like the videos. Okay, like our video. Please like. See, I can see you all. I would like to know where all of you are watching me from. Thank you all for being here. Okay, and remember, Steward Tribals program is starting on the 1st of April next year. Okay, so do well to book a slot today. Do well to book your slots today. We are beginning, and you can spread your payments. A slot is just for 100,000 naira. You see, it's very cheap, very, very cheap for all the programs that will be that you will get in the community of Steward Tribals. So book your slots today. Book your slots today. You would enjoy all of that, and your future self will say, wow, you mean you took such a bold step in all the overwhelm, in all the struggles in 2025. So take that step today and book your slot. Be a part of Steward Tribals. Don't do parenting in isolation. Join this community. Join this community, and you will never regret it. I am so glad and happy and humbled to be here today. Thank you so much. See you again in our next class on Wednesday. Bye bye. I love you.